this computer. This is Frank. It is the top of the hour, and I'm going to be your host today. Um, I want to welcome everyone to the call and everyone that takes this half-hour lunch with the leaders. That they are proving to me by no shadow of a doubt that they are the leaders. And today we're going to be talking really, really strongly about what it means to be a leader, what it means to have the $100,000 in you, in your possession. Cut it out, Andrea. I know you're beautiful. Yes, your picture is dead center in the screen, Andrea. Um, anyway, you can't look. All right, you completely broke my train of thought. All right, so today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, and we're going to start doing something. I'm going to go ahead and start the PowerPoint presentation so that I'm going to start from the beginning. Hang on for a second and I will share my screen. Slideshow, start from the beginning. And I do it every time. Let me get over here so I can share my screen. Share my screen. Okay. Can anyone tell me what we're seeing on the screen right now?
Introduction, Easy Finance Group, LLC.
Good, great. Thank you, Clarence. Slideshow, and I want to begin. There we go. All right. So today I'm going to ask you to please refer back to the invitation that you got in the email. And that's a real important thing that we're going to be talking about that a lot. And I'm going to really go through this pretty quick in the beginning because most of you on the call has already seen this, but by way of introduction, we are Easy Financial Group and NASBIZ. NASBIZ stands for National Association of Small Business Services. We're a group of highly motivated professionals. And that's why we invited you. Okay, and then the structure of the company is very simple. We're not an MLM. We don't do that. We don't play that game. We are an affiliate marketing company. There is the member office, and that's me, or you could call that home office. That's Seco and I. The branch offices, which you can aspire to be. You can have your own branch office in your own area. You can own your own brick and mortar finance company. A pro affiliate or founder, the founders are going to switch over to pro affiliates now that the founders cutoff period is stopped. We may extend that. We've been having a lot of requests for that, and Seco and I are going to discuss that, whether we'll do something to help other people to step up to be founders. We're not sure. We've got quite a few of you guys are founders right now, and that's what we were trying to do. And then, of course, you can either be a pro affiliate or a standard affiliate. So the question I got to ask is, who wants to have $100,000? Please raise your hand. Uh-oh. Welcome, Diane. We're on our way.
Yep, me too.
We are on our way. So what we're going to do here is we are going to meet Yipper. Okay, and I guess I'll have to keep that open. So Diane, okay, minimize that. All right, you're breaking up my train of thought. So get over here. Who wants the $100,000? Please raise your hand. But better than that, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to type it in the chat box. Go find the chat box and then type in your first name and say, yes, I do. All right, just go find the chat box, type in your first name and say, I do. Okay. All right, next thing, type in the chat box your first name and I do. And I need to get control of this. Okay, so Who will take, um, who will do what it takes to get the 100,000? That's the main question. Everybody wants 100,000, but who will actually do what it takes to get the 100,000? It's real important. This thing is not working today. Of all days, I don't have a moderator. Type in the chat box if you would be willing to do what it takes to earn or to get the 100,000. Just type in your first name and say, I will. All right, just type that into the chat box. All right, let's look at this picture. I'm going to see if I can pull up this picture. I may or may not be successful. Please bear with me. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute, and then I'm going to try to pull up that picture that I had. I'm not having much luck pulling up that picture. Come on, guy. Come on. You can do it. There it is. There it is right there. Okay. Go right. Nope, that wasn't it. This isn't fun. I don't know why this is happening. Oh, I know why it's happening. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay. Okay, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to expand this picture all the way up. Okay, somebody, Clarence, if you could unmute yourself and tell me what you see in this picture.
I see a bunch of folks, not all of them, most of them with their hands raised.
Hey, that's exactly what I wanted you to see. I asked the question, anybody who wants $100,000, raise your hands. And most of the people got their hands raised. But if you look at this dude, I don't know if you can see my thing. Look at this dude on the side.
Yeah, I
He's
see him.
arms folded. He's saying, this crap ain't real. This
Yep.
guy in the back ain't even paying attention at all. And these people are excited, but I don't know if this is real. But these guys are blowing their mind. They said,
Yep.
yeah, boy, I really want it. But this side of the room is like, yeah, but this guy especially, he's got his arms folded. He don't even think this crap is real. Okay, so let's go on. Let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. Hopefully, I can get where I was. Okay, come on, you can do it. Okay, so we looked at the picture, and not everyone is raising their hand. Why not? Because this guy over there in the corner says this crap ain't real. He don't believe it. And why doesn't he believe it? Because a million things have happened to all of us through our lifetimes that just, it's just not real. It doesn't look real. It doesn't act real. It doesn't feel real. So a lot of us have got negative influences. And that's what Siku is all about. Siku's program is designed to change that mental perspective, that negatively programmed mind. But we can steal a little bit of Siku's thunder on this side, on the NASBIZ side as well. Okay, is that you still making noise, Clarence? If you're making a lot of noise, mute yourself. Who's making the noise? Please mute yourself. I don't have a moderator today. Okay. I want to assure you that this is real and it isn't new. I've done this for years. I mean, for years. I've been working with finance agents since around 2010 or 2011, and it's now 2020. And so that's about 10 or 11 years I've been doing this process. And I assure you, it is real. It is real. But I'm going to prove it to you by getting everybody funded who is willing to do what it takes. So if you're willing to do what it takes, like I know for sure Clarence is willing to do what it takes. I know for sure Andrea is willing to do what it takes. And they're both on the call today. But I need everyone to be willing to do what it takes to get the $100,000. And I'm going to prove it to you by getting you guys funded. And that should remove any doubt from anybody. Once we've got the doubt removed that, oh, this crap ain't real, when we get the doubt removed, you will be excited, you'll be energized, you'll be making money with the money that you get, and you will have a whole different outlook on life and on bringing people into the business. Businesses, let's face it, businesses live and die by people joining them. And you, each one of you, have stepped up. A lot of you have stepped up to the plate to become founders, and that again relates to pro affiliates. A lot of you have stepped up to become pro affiliates. And what I want to do is I'm going to start, with your permission, a daily training program where we can get all of the nuts and bolts, what it actually takes, what you actually have to do to make this thing work for you. We're going to be having a daily training with your permission. If it's acceptable, we'll do it. If it's not acceptable, we'll figure some other way. But by putting you through, by making you a product of the product, then you will be a shining example to everybody that you talk to. If you don't believe it yourself, it's awfully hard to convince somebody else about it. But when you actually experience it, it's going to be almost impossible to get you to not share it with other people. So step number one is to fill out the soft pull. I told you to keep the invitation that I sent you today, because there's a link on the invitation that will bring you to the soft pull. Now, everything starts with a soft pull. Not even $1 million idea starts without one. People come to me all the time with these ideas that they're going to make millions and millions of dollars with this idea or that idea or this building or that building. Yeah. Let's fill out an application first, and let's get a soft pull, and let's see where you stand and your credit stands. Rich people do not throw their money around. You or your business better have either decent credit, or your idea better have a track record, or it better be something that is new and unique to the marketplace, and it's going to be a disruptor. It has to be something that's going to disrupt the way the world does business. Like, for example, the iPhone. Man, is that thing work? Like, for example, Microsoft, Windows. Man, everyone used to use DOS. I mean, I don't know if you guys even know what DOS stands for, Disk Operating System. I used to program in DOS, and I used to program in BASIC. And now people don't even know what those things are, because these disruptors came along and they made, I was going to say millions, no, billions of dollars. They made billions of dollars because they disrupted the track. If you don't have that, then you better have good credit. You better know somebody that has good credit, or you better have a track record on what you bring, or no one's going to really want to talk to you about giving you any money. Take, for example, cannabis. I'm not sure if that's spelled right. I don't know very much about that subject, except I know it has been a multi-billion-dollar, maybe $1 trillion business since the 60s, when I first heard about it in the 60s. And now, because it's legal in many states, a lot of companies are shouting that they're going to help you get in the cannabis business. They're going to help you do whatever. Well, the cannabis business is one heck of a crazy business. And people, in fact, can make millions of dollars overnight.
Yeah, Frank,
And,
we're still looking at the picture. We're not looking at the slideshow right now.
oh my God. Okay, sorry. Stop sharing, start sharing, slideshow. Thank you, whoever that was. Anybody that hears me talking and doesn't see the slideshow, please do what this. Who was that talked? I want to say thank you.
Josh.
Josh, thank you very much. I don't have a moderator today. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Anytime anybody hears Frank talking about something and it isn't on the screen what he's talking about, please step up and shout it out, because I don't want to go backwards. We don't have time on a half hour to go back and show you what I was talking about. So everyone can see the word cannabis, right?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Josh.
That makes two of us.
Okay. But you didn't speak up. Okay.
He beat me to the punch.
All right. Well, okay. So step number 2 is we have to, step number 1, let's reiterate because it's important. You got to take a soft credit pull. Attached to, I will go back. Attached to your invitation, there is a link to the soft credit pull. I'm looking for people, not wannabes. I'm looking for people that are going to do it. People are going to take massive action. I'm going to put $100,000 in a bunch of people's hands. People that take the action. I'm going to put the 100,000 in your hand so you can see it. So the first step you have to do is attached to the invitation I sent out today. There's a link where it says step 1, fill out the soft pull. Right there, there's a link. Click on that link, and it is a special link that we use so that we can track what's going on to make sure that you are ready to be fundable. We have to make sure that we're giving the money to the right people and doing whatever it takes to make you the right people. Even if you're not the right people now, even if your credit isn't where it needs to be right now, even if you've got some issues right now, fill out that application on the invitation today, get your credit pull, and get it to our attention. We are going to do something about it. Next thing, we talked about cannabis. Even the cannabis peoples, everyone on the call can find somebody who will want to make an application for cannabis, and we can fund cannabis businesses. It's going to all start with the soft credit pull to get them started. Step number 2 is we need to do a needs analysis. Let's make sure we know what you're going to do with the money. Now, the needs analysis is also attached to, as an attachment, the invitation. So get that out, fill it out. You might want to save it on your desktop, because I'm talking to founders and pro affiliates. You guys that paid the $97, you can build your teams and you can teach this stuff to your teams, and you can use this webinar to teach well, maybe I better clean it up, but you can use this webinar to teach your students and your standard agents how to go out and get this application and get it done. We want to position you for success, not for failure. All right. And one of the big questions that let me go back there. So let's make sure we know what you're going to do with the money. So if you're going to use the $100,000 to expand your business, you're going to use the $100,000 to buy real estate. You're going to use the $100,000 to open a business. You're going to use the $100,000 to hire people. Whatever you're going to use the $100,000, we want to know what you're going to do with the money. There's a needs analysis that's attached to the invitation. Print it out. You need to have that. I'm talking to the pro affiliates. Pro affiliates, you need to have this on file. You need to be able to get your finger on it 1 second when you're talking to somebody on the phone, because it's vitally important. Step number 1, get the soft pull. You better have it. Step number 2, take the needs analysis. You better have it. Then step number 3, we want to know how you're going to pay it back. How are you going to pay back the money? Most of all, we want to know how much money you're going to make with the money that we're giving you. Most of all, this is super important. Most of all, we want to know how much money you're going to make with the money that we give you. Can anybody tell me why? Anybody, just shout out your name, unmute yourself, shout out your name, and tell me, why do we want to know that? Anybody? Even you crickets.
Return on investment, Josh.
Okay, Josh. Yes, that is a yes. It's not exactly the answer I was looking for. We want to know that you're going to make enough money that you're going to, 1, be able to be successful. Remember, we want to set you up for success, not for failure. We want to know, number 1, that you're going to be successful, and number 2, it's a little selfish. We want to know that you're going to be able to pay us back. So if we're looking at a deal, and it looks to me like $1 million deal, looks to you like $1 million deal, but the investor, the guy who actually writes the check, he looks at it and says, this deal doesn't stand a chance. There ain't no way this is going to work. Or this Josh is going to lose his shirt. Guess what? You're not going to get the money, because rich people don't throw their money at ideas that don't work. Or you will get the money, and this is really horrendous. You're going to have to pay it back yourself. Ooh, that's really bad. I don't want that to happen to anybody. I want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're going to make the money. And I really don't care if you're going to open up an ice cream truck, a hot dog stand, and invest in Walmart or whatever. I don't care what you're going to do. I just want to make sure that you're going to make enough money to you be comfortable. First, number 1, you need to be comfortable. You need to make enough money. Second is, I want to make sure that you can pay us back, because I don't want to charge back. That's the biggest thing we don't want. We don't want chargebacks. Okay. Now, I ran out of time because I did that one bad thing that I told you about. I allowed time stealers to come in and steal my time. And it's unfortunate that I allowed those time stealers to come in and steal my time, because I had so much more to talk to you about. I'm going to see if maybe possibly I can do this. Okay, yeah. I'm going to, you'll see my rough draft, but I don't care. Are you seeing my screen?
We see it.
Okay, so number 3, which I didn't get to, is get the client. That is you. That's number 3, step number 3. I told you in the beginning on the flyer, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So step number 3 is to get the client, that's you, or that's the client you're talking to, ready to receive a yes, not a no. We don't want you to have to get a no. We want you to get a yes. So some people, if we put them in and they already have poor credit, and we put them in to get a mortgage, get a loan, get a cash advance, whatever, and they already have poor credit, we're just setting them up to get a no. I don't want any no's. I want all yeses. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to set you up to get a yes, not to get a no. When each of you go through the process, then you'll understand and be excited about sharing it with others. I want you guys to go through the process. I want you guys to have the $100,000 worth of capital. I want you guys to experience it. I want you guys to be using that money to make money for yourself. And when you do that, there'll be no hiding it. You'll be sharing it with everyone. So on the call right now, who was brought by a friend? Just go ahead and unmute yourself, state your name, and shout out who brought you. Anyone who was brought in invited by a friend, not by me, but by a friend, unmute yourself and shout it out. I hear crickets. I still hear crickets. Okay, that has to change. That has to change. It's got to change. You can't be coming to these calls and not bring in somebody. Every day you need to be inviting. It's not hard. It's as easy as inviting people to a Facebook group. All right? When you bring people to this call, what do they become? They become your clients. When you bring people to these calls and they see, hey, I can get 100,000, me, my little business. Yes. Man, Josh, write me up. What do I have to do? Number 1, fill out the application. Number 2, get the needs analysis. Number 3, let's get you funding ready. Yeah, me? Yes, you. When that behavior changes, your life is going to change. I'm doing everything I can to get you a little win. If I just get you 2 or 3 people under your wing, you're going to make some money. If you've already gotten the pro affiliate, you already signed up for pro affiliate /founder. Every time they make $1,000, you're going to make 500. So prepare yourself for major breakthroughs. You can have it. Let's face it, you're not on this call because you love my voice. You're on this call because you want, spelled wrong, a 6-figure lifestyle. You're on this call because you need a 6-figure lifestyle. I know you love me. I know each and every one of you love me, but you deserve a 6-figure lifestyle. And you can have a 6-figure lifestyle. Now is the time for you to take your 6-figure lifestyle. Let me say that again. Right now, today, is the time for you, everyone that's on the call, I'm talking to you, to take your 6-figure lifestyle. So all you got to do is you got to take it. Just take it. I'm doing everything I can to get you leads. I'm doing everything I can to try to encourage you to invite. I can't twist your arm and I can't come in your house and I can't sit behind your desk and make you get online, but you don't have to be. Let's face this business. Okay, let's face it, even better than that is I'm way over the half hour. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, good. Okay, let's face it. I didn't even know that there was a lockdown. You know, everyone was complaining about being locked down, and I had no idea. Really? I never leave my house anyway. I just sit here all the time behind this computer. I had no idea. When I needed gas, I got it. When I needed groceries, I got it. I noticed there weren't very many cars on the road, but I had no idea that there was a pandemic and everyone was locked in their house. Does that mean you can do this business from home? You bet you can. You don't need to go out. You don't need to beat the bushes. You can make a ton of money if you do. If you go to the places where the money is, you can. If you go to where the fire is, if you focus where the fire is, you can make a ton of money for sure, but you don't have to. So I never got to my call to action. That was the next thing I was going to be typing down here. My call to action is everyone that hears me, whether you hear me in person, like right now today, or if you hear me on a replay, everyone, get your invitation, click on the soft credit pull, do your soft credit pull, fill out your needs analysis, which is an attachment to the invitation, print both of them out so you can share them with other people. But everyone who's on the call or everyone who can hear my voice, do it. And let's get the $100,000 in your hand. Once we do that, your life will change. Now it's 1:33, according to the Mickey Mouse. And if anyone would like to ask a question, I'm going to open it up for any questions that anyone wants to ask. Thank you for your kind attention. I really appreciate it. Anyone have any
Hey,
questions?
Frank, it's Josh. I have a question.
Yes, Josh.
So when it comes to just, I know this is a little bit out of what we've been talking about lately, but when it comes to the normal, let's say the fix and flip program, some type of advertisement for the fix and flip program, and then the money in the left hand program with the unsecured business funding, credit cards, that sort of thing, for an investor who's looking to get into this and they just want maybe some basic information on the program and what it entails. Is there a way for me to access that through the website, through my back office?
That was an excellent question, and it applies exactly to what we're talking about. So, and here's the answer. If it weren't so big, it would have been an attachment. The buy, fix, and flip application is a 6-page application, and I have a size restriction on GoToMeeting and on Get Response. So the application itself, you can get from Reggie. Rescue Reggie is the guy who you can get your applications from customized to you. Reggie to the rescue will put your information, your contact information, your name, everything that you need can be on that application, so that when you pass it out to people, they'll call you. They won't call us. They'll go to you and they'll get your information. So we have right now 2 applications that will work for you. One is the buy, fix, and flip application that can be customized to you. The other one is the 100% CLTV, where it's a no doc loan, no information, 100% financing. We have that one. That program is still available. So those 2 programs, you can get those and business cards. Reggie's got a package that he's doing for everyone, that you can talk to him about it. He'll give you your business cards. He'll give you 2 templates, one for the buy, fix, and flip, one as a flyer and one as an application, and a second template for the 100% CLTV, one as a 2-page flyer, one as an application. You can get that all from Reggie, Rescue Reggie, and he's not on the call today because he had to bring his sister to the hospital. That's why I don't have a moderator today.
Do you have
Anyway,
an email
with
or
that,
contact information for him at all?
what I'm going to do is I'll send that information out again. I'm going to send everyone the replay. What I want you to do with the replay is I want you to post it on your social media. And what we'll do is I will put Reggie's, Rescue Reggie's contact information. So you will have it. Everyone can have it. All right. And I will be doing this shortly. In probably an hour or two, it should be up on YouTube and it should be back in the mail. And I want you to post it on your YouTube or post it on your Facebook or Twitter or whatever you social media you use. Post it and get people invited, get people to come. When you make that breakthrough, once you make those small wins, those little wins, the big ones will start coming real fast.
Mhm.
All right, with that, I want to thank you. Now I'm 8 minutes past the half hour, so people are starting to drop off. So I want to say thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. God bless. And I usually like to unmute everyone and make a lot of noise. So you guys, if you want to make a lot of noise, go ahead. Normally, I ring my cowbell and I make a lot of noise. So make noise, get excited. I want you to make, I want to put that money in your hands. I want that money to be in your hands. God bless everyone.
All right. I'll be calling you, Frank.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
My name is Nefertiti, and